4 months, money exchanged, countless emails, and fingers crossed. The excavators are finally here. Let's go get them.
All right, we're ready to head out to go pick up these two Shanding excavators. There's my buddy Tom. Hey Tom, how are you?
Okay, thanks Bill. I'll get those for you later. Hey man, what's up?
That's one of the benefits to having a seaport is the proximity to pick stuff up, but this route is right out of The Sopranos.
It took a little bit to find the actual loading dock, but once we did, they were helpful, and they were able to get both crates onto the flatbed side by side with a forklift. Then from there, we just used the winch to pull it forward and then strapped it up.
It's a ceremonial crowbar. Well, in case there was any doubt, it was definitely... back, and here is exactly everything you see.
I had to do voiceover here because of some bad sound, but basically I'm saying that they packaged everything really well. They used a type of cloth packing material, and there really was no damage at all, despite the crates being a little bit on the thin side. Here I'm just commenting on the yellow toolbox and having to figure out what's inside, as well as just the beginning of starting to identify the attachments.
I can tell that this is the ripper. This is the ROPS for up here, which is foldable. And then in here is the hammer. I'm going to work on getting this one out. And then at some point, I'm going to get to the other one. We'll go through initial impressions.
Here I am talking about how I spent well over an hour trying to diagnose why this wouldn't start. I even checked the other excavator and it was the same issue. I thought it was an electrical issue, but realized both the hydraulic lockout arms needed to be up in order to start it.
Never operated these before, and this has the hydraulic lockout. Well, apparently both of these need to be up, and when you do, she starts right up and purrs along. I suspect there's a little air in the fuel lines. I just added some fresh diesel and it should even out. And then the next will be to get this one out as well. And yeah, so let me shut this off. So the question is, why? Why would I buy two of the same excavators, have them imported all the way from China without a plan in place? I'm asking the same question. This really could be one of the stupidest things I've ever done, or maybe it'll work out. But the general idea for the channel is going to be to do a deep dive into these in terms of the quality, finish, to extract as much information as we can on the components that are not known. I mean, outside the Kubota engine, right? Most of the stuff is Chinese. My thought process was this, and I'll make an analogy to the way Hyundai used to be back in the early 2000s. At that time, it was probably about 10 years behind Honda, Toyota, and everybody else. But at that point, they were making some pretty decent cars. Maybe not the most flashy, and maybe not with the most options, but they became reliable from what they started out at when they first entered this country. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do here as well. I'm hoping maybe I picked the next Sani in the 1-ton class range. Time will tell, but I've got all kinds of plans for these, comparisons, real life digging, real life demolition, going over all of the attachments that I bought, and get feedback from you guys to see what you want to see as well. So that's the general idea for the channel, but it's certainly open to ideas and could really go in a number of directions. So look for an in-depth review on, or overview I should say, coming real soon. And if you like this content, please push subscribe. It helps me, and hopefully it will help you if this is the kind of thing you're into. Bye for now.
There was a prior clip where I basically tried diagnosing an electrical issue because I wasn't able to get this started. And so that took me down a turn that was unneeded. And I realized that both of the handles needed to be up